Hello friends and enemies. Today we are going to talk about the 2021 album Vida Real by Dr. Horror. Vida Real, translating to Real World for my non-Spanish speakers. Dr. Horror is an artist from Quito, Ecuador, who appears to be a one-man band. On their accounts, they describe their music as electroclash, darkwave, electropunk, and post-punk. I cannot find the exact year that they began, but their first music release came out in 2018. I personally first became familiar with them because they were featured on Ecuador Oscuro, a 2019 compilation of goth artists from Ecuador, which featured their song Mundo Futuro. This particular album is actually available for free on Bandcamp. They appear to have two Bandcamp accounts, but this one just has this album and it's free, which I like, because I like music, but I don't have a lot of money. Before we get much further, please remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more content related to goth music from Latin America. We have here an 8-piece album. Yes, it is 8 pieces, not songs specifically, as it is 7 songs and 1 instrumental piece at the end. So what does it sound like? Well, the name of the act, Dr. Horror, evokes a sort of spooky, silly carnival ride type of feel. In terms of sound, we definitely do get that feel with the constant spooky electronic sounds. I am reminded a lot of those electro horror punk bands that I have heard mostly from the central region of Mexico, but this has a slightly different twist. Aside from the general electro spooky wookie thing, there is a bit of a spacey element. I think going along with the futuristic element. I mentioned that their song featured on Ecuador Oscuro is entitled Mundo Futuro, which for my non-Hispanophone audience translates to Future World. One of the songs on this album is Mundo Futuro Dos, the sequel to the original Mundo Futuro, which is basically the original song except slightly different sounds. I am tempted to say different instrumentation, except no, it's still a synthesizer, just with different settings. Though that is just one song on this album. The theme of future reigns with the spacey sounds. Most of the music is driven by synthesizers and other electronic programming sounds. There is also some electric guitar, but it is not the dominating instrument. Our vocalist's voice has one of those more high-pitched, creepy male voices that we are accustomed to hearing in the sort of spooky electro type of music. The one exception is their song Engendro Falaz, where we have guest vocals by Ecuadorian alternative singer Vanna Espinel. I cannot find much of her solo work or information about her as a person, but so far it looks like she is mostly known for doing covers, but is slowly stepping into the world of modern alternative music, sort of like this. She has that sort of pointed alto-type voice that we hear from a lot of female post-punk singers. It is a very different voice from Dr. Horror's, but it still works. I noticed that the instrumentation in that particular song is a bit more buzzy, probably to contrast with the smoothness of Espinel's voice, while Dr. Horror's voice is definitely not smooth. Our instrumental piece at the end makes for a nice calm ending, the least bouncy piece on the album, and the most guitar-driven. In all, this album is only 33 minutes, so it's good if you were in the mood for something short and spooky, like one of those short films on an anthology horror film, if you may. So that was this album. If you like what you heard of them, below I have all the links where you can listen to them, as well as their social media accounts. In case you forgot, as I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, this particular album is available totally for free. They also have another Bandcamp account where the stuff is not free in case you do want to help support them financially and have the ability to do so, but this album is free. If you want to follow me elsewhere on social media, my link tree is in the description below as well. Until next time, bye now. Eva vigila su retos y su agonía.